unfortunately what happened was when he built around this coiled kind of thing with pins, this structure did not have enough stability and it collapsed. So his first idea failed. So then what did he do next? Because he realized that there was not enough stability. So what he did was he soldered the wires at the junctions and then tried to achieve the desired plasticity. But there were two separate metals and there was a lot of fracture once he was expanding this. So that idea also collapsed. Then what happened was in his garage, he saw this piece of metal lying around. And what he looked at, he realized that it is actually a metal from which some holes have been cut out. And this gave sufficient strength to the whole structure. And this gave him the idea for a slotted tube kind of situation. And then this idea of cutting holes led him to the process of slotted tube stents. So basically it was a clinically driven, passionate innovator and which led to the birth of interventional cardiology. So he started testing in pigs and rabbits. Now the initial material he used was copper, but which gave a lot of hypersensitivity to the material and there was a lot of foreign body reaction. So it did not work. So he tried doing certain other days. Meanwhile, he tried to sell his idea, but there was nobody interested actually. The whole industry was not interested in his idea. By that time, he substituted his copper with standard stainless steel, medical grade stainless steel that was available at that time, and bullseye, that worked. And then, once that thing worked, there was this restaurant chain launched. Then the second revolution came, and the stents, and 1994 Palmer's Shart stent became standard at that point of time, and this was the second revolution. Then the third revolution, of course, was drug-eluting stents, and J&J made the first drug-eluting stent, Cypher stent. I'm sure all of us are aware of this. And now, possibly the fourth revolution, which is bioabsorbable stent, which has yet to get FDA clearance as yet. Therefore, I have not put a date on it at all. So, coming to India, this is the way the interventional cardiology is growing. And you can see that in the developed world, now there is no growth. Actually, the growth has flattened. And as a matter of fact, actually, it is degrowing. On the other hand, in India, there is year by year a growth, which is more than 15% to 20%. Growth, and India does now, and then the issue of quality crops up. So remember, unrestricted growth is cancer. So while growth is very good, one has to realize that there are certain norms to a particular growth which we need to carefully follow. And this is a typical, curve which shows what happens is first there is an innovation, then unbridled enthusiasm. Ultimately, the thing comes down, and then there is a paradigm shift. Then there are adaptations, and then this is where the ultimate thing comes up. So harsh realities, and then thought, and not only that, there are several safety issues. There are long-term safety issues of drug-eluting stents. There are safety issues, as I already discussed, with off-label use. And then there are safety issues with some new technology, very exciting technology, BVS. This particular article by Forbes tells us that you have to understand whether this particular technology is as safe as you think. This is the classic basket late trial, which brought this issue about by a late stent thrombosis, where you can see was about between 1 to 3 years. They found that up to 3 years, about 2.6% developed stent thrombosis. So this is the late stent thrombosis trial, basket late. And this started the whole paradigm of, intervention cardiology. And then people found that this is particularly common with off-label use. This is Washington Hospital Center study. So this is my third story. Now, he is the Subroto Rai of Delhi, who was diabetic, surgery for kidney stones. So during that surgery, planned surgery for kidney stones, the PSC was not giving him clearance. So he got his routine checkup, ECG done, angiography done, revealed triple vessel disease. To augment his practice and increase his salary, his mother was a housewife. They had 9 brothers and sisters, 9 children together. But this guy, he studied, topped in his medical college, in Baroda Medical College, and then escaped from India, escaped from marriage, escaped from India, went to United States of America with 3 sterlings in pocket, so to say. And he started training in New York. And then these are all the things happened. He was the first person to start a cath lab.
I remember a patient who walked in from the airport, 51-year-old, came from Fiji, brought in our hospital, landed up in an unexpert hand, died when angioplasty was done. A guy came walking in the hospital and took a dead body from the hospital. No echo was done. No preoperative assessment was done. Where are we going? What are we doing? We need to introspect.